listen, never in my life associated the word boring with baseball.
We know what's up.
Me? Yeah. Famous? Yeah.
And I'm like giddy over there smiling like, we're about to win this shit.
Did everyone give you crap? Give me a good host story.
I'm not picking it up.
We both love the game.
We talk about it every day.
Get on baseball.
Having some popcorn, you're fooling around your phone.
I'd have to wait in line for 3 hours.
Hang on, because it's about to be a wild ride.
There's no human being I'd rather be talking to more than Bobby Crosby right now. I appreciate you stopping by, and congratulations on everything, by the way. I always loved watching you play when you played, and I like watching your team now. So,
appreciate it. Thank
you. Is coaching what you thought it would be?
It is. When I was a player, that wasn't my thought. I didn't think I was going to become a coach.
Yeah.
It took a few years off, but then once I got into it, I realized it's what I wanted. It was to
really,
do.
yeah.
It's you learn so much, and I had so many great coaches throughout the years that I almost forgot how much I knew, and to be able to pass it on, and now I get to impact 28 different guys on a daily basis. Where you're playing, you're concerned about the team and you want to win, but it's making sure you take care of your own business. And as a coach, I get to worry about 28 other guys. So it's something I love it.
It's I wasn't planning on asking you, but you made me think about you come across different mentors and coaches along the way, and sometimes you not default to, but you prioritize one thing that maybe somebody said to you.
Yeah.
For instance, I always default to the Larry Zonka line of definition of toughness is to be to do something that you don't want to do with as much passion as something you do want to do. Right.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Right. So but we have this. Is there anybody that jumps to mind when it comes to not necessarily maybe saying, but really, really impacted what you're doing now?
Yeah, I'm in Ron Washington.
Oh, yeah.
He had a way of teaching you, and I guess the main thing he does, and I try to do, is he minimizes the negative and emphasizes the positive. So if you made a mistake, he would let you know your mistake. Hey, you need to put your glove this way. Hey, you need to attack it that way. And when you did it right, he'd clap his hands, go, that's it. And you felt it. So it's like you felt when you did something right. And baseball is so difficult. So for him, minimizing all the little negative things or things you did wrong, and then when you did it right, big time on the positive, for me, it was like, okay, I want to have that feeling again. I want to feel it again and feel it again when you're doing something right. So as a teacher and as a coach, if you can, do that with players, and that's what I try to do now, is let them know what they do wrong if they do something wrong. And a lot of times they know, but when they do it right, you want them to feel that excitement and that energy. And Ron Washington, as much as I try to be, I'll never be anywhere near him. He's the greatest.
Friend of the programming, we sat right there. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Yeah,
so
it really is.
The best you can do is try to be like Wash, and if you come somewhat close, then you're winning.
By the way, we had Scott Hatterberg on too, and so we went through the whole. It's incredibly difficult.
Yes.
Moneyball thing.
Yeah. He's straightforward too. He's not going to lie. And that's you try to be straightforward with the players, and he was always very honest with us and honest with everybody. And hey, this is what it is, and he didn't sugarcoat it. I'm sure Hattie learned that firsthand.
But isn't that the case? And again, things are popping up as you're talking. But isn't that the case where a guy like that, when he compliments you, it sticks?
Yeah, it's real.
I mean, it sticks, and it's because he's not criticizing. You're not criticizing all the time, but you're coaching all the time.
Yeah.
So when there's that moment of there it is. I mean, I don't know, like for you probably as a player, there's along the way, like you said, he probably said it one time, like, okay, my confidence just went through the roof.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
Correct. And with him, and that's the other part of it, it's not fluff. It's not just saying, oh, hey, good job. Hey, keep doing it. That's great. He's not going to say that. If he didn't say anything, you're like, oh, okay, maybe I was a little off on that, or I didn't do it exactly right. So it wasn't, it was coming from a real place, and he actually is seeing something that you're doing correct. So that's a big part too, is being brutally honest. And if it's right, let them know it's right. If it's kind of off, maybe you don't say anything, or just tell them what they can do better. But yeah, the fake coach, the rah-rah.
No, it doesn't stick.
That's not what it's about. The players can see through it. Players can see when a coach is being real and genuine, and they can see when they're fake. I know as a player, I knew the coaches that really cared, and they genuinely cared about me and my life and my career. And I could see the guys that were just doing it just to do it. And for me, it's really easy to see that as a player. And so as a coach, I'm as genuine as I can with them. I'm brutally honest and can take it or leave it. But applying each player to what they need and not what I need.
Well,
as
that's
a
another
coach.
thing, yeah. So I see you out there with your 3 boys, which is like, how cool is this? Like, that you get a chance to work out in a major league ballpark, in this case Fenway Park, and so my question is, coaching. I see you coaching your boys. Yeah. Which is more difficult?
Coaching my boys.
I think more because you got because first of all, they're all 3 different ages, right?
Correct.
And so, but this speaks to what you're talking about. Everybody's different. Everyone's received something different.
Yeah.
So anyway,
coaching them all 3 at the same time is difficult, and it's different when you're dad. When you're dad, it's a little bit different coaching dynamic. Yeah. And when they're 3 different ages, you have to separate each one. You know, if I coach them one-on-one, it's a little bit different. But coaching players, it's a lot easier than coaching your sons. Anybody that has a son that's coaching,
they're gonna remember. Like, I'm just looking at they're gonna remember that moment. You know,
forever. They were able to take some BP out here.
Oh, did they hit the wall? They hit the wall.
Not quite.
Yeah.
My oldest hit a ground rule double, which was cool.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I mean, this place is special.
Yeah.
And we set this trip up so they can come and enjoy it, and took them out of school for a few days. But to be here and be able to shag and take BP and see the whole thing, it's special for me and them.
That's awesome. So I appreciate we talking about all this stuff, and I do want to talk to you about the Rookie of the Year stuff. I talked to Nick Kurtz yesterday, and he has a good chance at it. I mean, it's no secret, but it is an interesting dynamic of going through as a rookie and what that like. So that's, I guess, where I'll start. Okay. Like, what do you remember? How has it changed also when you came up and you went through as a rookie? Now, I think you were in the major leagues the year before a little bit too.
I got called up in September.
September, right? Yeah. So then you qualify as a rookie the next year, 2004. Mm-hmm. And so, what do you remember about how you felt then? Especially when you look at like how things have changed when it comes to rookies.
Yeah, well, I think I was maybe only one of 2 rookies on the team. Yeah. So now you look at a team, especially on our team, it's a younger team. So all these guys have played together in AA, and they're all kind of rookies together. When I was playing, you know, I came up to a veteran team where I kind of had to follow suit with what everybody was doing. It wasn't just, you know, a bunch of rookies playing together. So it was different in that sense. The playing wise, I think it's the same. Nick Kurtz is on a different level. I came and it was an intimidating little deal for a little bit.
Yeah. Was that the era still where you like go sit in the corner rookie, or
in a sense,
not in a bad, you know, but that's just the way it was.
In a sense,
right?
yeah. And I just followed suit. I mean, I became friends with a lot of the older guys, and most of them were older, but they didn't give me a hard time. I was playing every day at shortstop, so it was like I'm putting in my work here.
Yeah.
But it was, you know, you kind of had to follow suit and follow what everybody was doing. And, you know, in our clubhouse, you know, guys are kind of free to speak up and be themselves. And really the majority of them are young and rookies. So it's a good, comfortable feeling for them, I'm sure. But Kurtz, that has no bearing on anything. If he came into a room full of veterans or rookies, he's going to do his thing regardless. Because he's an old soul. He's mature. He fully gets it on every level. He's special.
How is the development different? So obviously Nick is just basically was a year out, right? And guys are getting called up faster and faster. And part of that, I would imagine, is an acceptance that, hey, listen, it is what it is. If you can play, you can play. Yeah. So how is that there? How is the development leading up to the major leagues, being ready for the major leagues, different from when you were?
I think they're just bringing them up faster. Yeah. You know, and they're having to learn here and learn quick. You know, I think the age is a big factor. You know, I mean, guys, you don't see too many 30, 35-year-old guys playing. I mean, when I was playing, there was guys 36, 37. Yeah. Now they're trying to get them up here when they're young and get the most out of them when they can. That means that they're going to have some growing pains here. They're going to have to learn quick here. But, you know, when they're 24, 25, hopefully we get the best out of them. Yeah. But, they're moving guys way quicker than they did. You know, we had to have a certain amount of bats at every level. You had to check certain boxes, and then, okay, now we're going to slowly move you up. Now, here you go. Go get them, in a sense, if you're really good. But Kurtz I think he would have made it up quick regardless. Like he's a head and shoulders above everybody.
Who was the shortstop when you took over?
Tejada. So that's some tough shoes to fill.
Yeah, I should have known that. Yeah. That's bad on me. Oh, but that was, I mean, again, that's another dynamic of where, hey, you know, good for you for running Rookie of the Year. I mean, sort of help put the Tejada conversation in the rear view.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that he was going to sign free agency somewhere. And I said it openly, I'm not going to be Miguel Tejada. He just came off, winning an MVP, I think, 2 years before that. There's no way I could fill those shoes. So Billy Bean and David Forrest, they were great about telling, hey, go out and be you. Go play shortstop, go do what you do, and that's what we're expecting to do is just be a good shortstop. And if you hit, that's a bonus. And for me, that was a big thing, that they kind of eased that pressure that I would have, trying to fill his shoes, because it wasn't possible. Tejada was too good.
So going back to Nick, when I talked to him yesterday, one of the things I'm interested in is the approach that when you come up, you hit, and because even especially back then, the book, there's not nearly as much analytics or whatever, but then they adjust, right? And I said, how many times have you had to adjust? He's like, numerous times. For a rookie going through it, when you win Rookie of the Year, it's not only that you're having a good year, it's shown that your ability to adjust. Yeah. I think that was, you did it, I didn't, but I think that's a huge part of this, isn't it?
Yes, you have to adapt. Very quickly, or they're going to adapt to you very quickly. Yeah. You sit on the heater every time you're crushing that, they're going to throw you off speed. You're just sitting on that, and they're going to adjust, and they're going to find holes. Now more so than ever. When I was playing, they can see that you have these holes and exploit them. Now they can look it up and see instantly, where they're going to throw you. And Nick has just constantly adapted, and he hasn't wavered from his overall approach, but he's made little tweaks here and there. And, it's incredible what he's doing. It's it's not, wow, he's really good. It's incredible to be that smart of a hitter. Like, he understands what he's doing. He's not just up there swinging. This isn't like a little flash in the pan, hey, this guy's pretty good for a short period of time. He knows what he's doing. And he wants to get better. He wants to get better in the field. We have numerous conversations on how he can get better in the field and what he can do. He isn't satisfied at any level. I don't think he ever will be. He just has that mentality that I want to be the best ever. And he's on track to be pretty darn good.
Did you see that in spring training?
A little bit. Yeah, I saw the power. I saw that, okay, he's a big kid, but you still assume, okay, he's a big first rounder. He's a first rounder, 7th pick, I believe, overall, or 4th, whatever it was. And it's like, okay, he's a really good college player. Yeah. Great. Go spend a couple years in minor leagues, and we'll see in a little bit. Other people knew better. They knew that he was going to be up quick, and we're like, okay, well, hopefully he can hold his own. You don't expect to see what he's doing now.
Well, that's the adversity thing is I don't know in that rookie year for you. Yeah. Maybe your adversity came the year before, right? I remember Pedroia the year before. He won the Rookie of the Year. Yeah. He was up in 2006, and he was like this chubby kid who everyone was like, huh? What really? But that was probably the first adversity that he went through. Yeah. So I was
the same way.
Yeah, really.
I got called up in September. I was truly brutal.
Yeah.
I went over 13. I had to wait till the beginning of next year to get my first hit. Yeah. I made a few errors. I made it bigger than baseball. I wasn't just out there playing. I was like, oh, this is the big leagues. And it wasn't until a few games in the next year I was like, okay, it's baseball. I can do this. But my growing pains were in that September.
Well, was it good to get that adversity? Because you probably in your life never had really that.
No, I have a couple of games where I didn't get a hit, but it wasn't anything crazy. Yeah. It's a different level in the big leagues. And a lot of guys you see, because they're moving guys so quick, there are guys that get sent up and sent down. Lawrence Butler's gone through it. Soderstrom's gone through it. Some of our young guys who are really talented, they've had to go back down to AAA and come back up. Darryl Hernai is another guy. Wilson's really the only one that's come up and stuck along with Kurtz. Yeah. So, they're being pushed here in a sense. But it's good because they can get a little taste, and if they have to go down for a little bit, so be it. But yeah, me and Pedroia had that similar thing where he had to go through his growing pains, and so did I in that September. When you come back, you realize whether it's a new year or get called back up, you realize, okay, I've been here. I understand what the emotions are going to be. I can treat it like baseball and go out and play.
The last thing is life. When you do win Rookie of the Year. There's all of a sudden now you're like, for better or for worse, like that's the expectations, the crosshairs. It's great you have that for the rest of your life, but also that everyone's like, okay, now it's just count down the minutes to the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah. For me, that was a good thing for my second year. Like, I played better in my second year, I think, than my first.
Did you? Okay.
And then after my second year, the injury bug hit me, and my career took a downturn, and I wasn't able to recover and was never the same player. Kurtz won't deal with that. I don't think he'll be like, and put pressure on yourself that, I was rookie of the year, this happened, this. He's just going to be who he is, and he's going to want to continue to get better. I looked at it, and I'm sure he will. It's a cool thing. No matter what, you always have that.
Yeah.
And there's still people, I hear people in the stands, or someone says it, or I think it's amazing. It's something that no one can ever take away, and my career didn't go exactly how I wanted to, but that's something that no one can ever take away, and that year and how special it is for me and my family, and you can't take that away from me ever.
Listen, you had 3 boys out there taking grounders and taking fly balls and taking BP from a former Rookie of the Year. This happens to be their dad at Fenway Park. So thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.